video. So for this week's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I edit and film my YouTube videos. This has been so requested and I'm so happy to finally be able to do this video for you guys. I'm going to be going like pretty much in depth with the equipment I use, how I plan my videos out, how I edit, things like that. So yeah, without any more rambling, let's get right on into the video. So first things first is equipment, and I currently use the Canon SL2, which is what I'm currently filming on right now. But I've also used a regular camcorder camera. I think I filmed a few videos with a PowerShot, like the really small tiny ones. Those cameras, and then I as well have filmed a few of my videos with a Nikon Coolpix L330 when I first started out. So those are like my main cameras and now the camera that I'm using. For lighting, I use my ring light, which I ordered off of Amazon, as well as I use natural lighting either from my window or I end up using my my room light that I just flip the switch and turn on. And then I have umbrella lights that I use on occasion if I need more lighting depending on my lighting sources at the moment. So that is what I use. I have a tripod. I actually have like 3 tripods that I use. Right now I'm using the Targus. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure you can get it off Amazon. Really inexpensive. And then my mic. Currently I do have to get it replaced because my dog chewed it up. But the mic that I was using / still am using, I did order off Amazon, which I will have all of those linked down below. So for planning, I use a few different things and it's honestly helped me out so much. So the first thing that I used is my bullet journal system, which I'll show you guys in a clip of how I use my bullet journal system. But basically what I do is I go ahead and lay out my video title and what day I'm going to be doing each thing. So filming my main portion, filming my extras, anything like that. And it kind of helps me gauge out and plan what I'm doing specifically on each day so I don't get too overwhelmed. And I kind of have a basic layout of what I'm doing. And then for planning in general, my ideas, and basically how I come up with everything, I use 2 different things. I use Trello, which I will be showing you guys that. It's basically where you create a bunch of boards and you can put any of your video ideas on it. And I have boards of regular video ideas, great video ideas, suggestions. I also have mine labeled, broken down as like college related videos, and I have them labeled in green. I have my red labels as videos I've already done. I have videos that are in planning, videos that still need to be planned. I have a bunch of different videos all over the place on my Trello, but it really does help me and keep me organized. And they have an app for the iPhone, so I definitely like to have that with me just in case if I have any ideas while I'm on the go, I can just go on my phone and put it right in. I also use my Google Calendars, which this helps me be able to plan out how many videos I'm doing each day. I can put when each video is going up. I can kind of see a visual layout of how my day is going to go, how many videos I'm filming, what I'm filming, and in there I like to put the description. In the description of that I like to put any key points that I need to remember, or kind of how I want my video to go. If I come up with edit ideas, I like to put the edit ideas in there, or anything along those lines. For editing, I I use Filmora, and I get a ton of questions asking what program I specifically use. I am currently, like, I bought the lifetime subscription, so it just makes it really easy. You don't have to worry about like paying monthly or yearly for the actual program itself. I don't have any of the extra like applications and features that you can get on it, like the extra like text things or graphics, overlays, things like that. I like to just download all of mine from YouTube, which I'll show you guys in a little bit how I do all of that. So basically what I do is I go on Filmora, I input all of my video footage straight on into the timeline, and then I as well have a pre-done intro that I have saved. So I just take that from my output, which is basically where all my videos get saved, and I just put that right onto the timeline, and then I have my video clip and then my end slate, which I as well have pre-done, which is in my output. And having these pre-done make it so much easier, so I don't have to worry about constantly redoing it. It's just there, it's done. I just have to drag the whole entire thing, and all of that's right there. So my first step to editing is doing raw cuts. Raw cuts are literally your best friend, because you just cut out all the stuff that you don't need, and it just leaves you with all of the actual footage you need to have. Basically, that's what a raw cut is. And then depending on how long I kind of expect my video to be, I go through it and see if there's anything that I need to dial down, fast forward any of footage that I need to fast forward, or things along those lines. So I kind of do almost a second rough cut type deal. Once I do that, I go ahead and start inputting in my titles. So I honestly just use the basic titles that Filmora gives me, which honestly allows me to have a little bit more creativity, which I definitely like, because this is like my favorite part where I can add my own twist on things and fonts and all of that fun stuff, which Filmora does give you a certain, like, they give you certain fonts that you can use, but you can download fonts on defonts.com, and I honestly have been loving their site. They have so many of the most trendiest fonts that you can find that literally all YouTubers use, and they're amazing. So I'm actually going to link all of these as well down below. So once I download all of the fonts and get them onto my Filmora, I just type in whatever the title is going to be or whatever text I need to put. And then I like to either make the text white and then do a black border, which is what I've been liking to do lately, or I will do a gradient fill, and I've always picked two colors that go well together, and I tend to do a little bit of a gradient fill to kind of give a little like feel to the actual video, kind of add some spice, you know. I don't know what I'm saying. But basically you're gonna go ahead and just have fun creating, come up with cool text. You can do this little thing where you space out the letters, and you can have like the motion in a certain way, and this is honestly pretty fun, and you can be creative with it, do whatever you want, do colors that go well for the video or things like that. So yeah, so once all of that is done, I like to go ahead and go in with my transitions, and I always do the swipe transition, but if I want to add extra transitions in, I do that. What I'll do is sometimes I'll leave it for the normal amount that it typically is, but I also like to put it down to 0.3 so it like goes really fast. So that's just me. So that's like the typical transition I use. I also use like this like bar thing that moves sideways like that. I use some like whirls or like warp ones that they call them. So those are like some of the ones that I tend to use. once I do my transitions, I like to go onto music. If I'm not doing any fast forward clips, then I like to do some like music in the background of the actual video. Obviously no copyright music, so basically I use SoundCloud for most of my music as well as Epidemic Sounds. And you can also find on YouTube, if you search up like aesthetic sounds or non-copyrighted sounds, you can find some of the artists that have a lot of the non-copyrighted music, as well as YouTubers that have channels that have that non-copyrighted music. So what I do is just copy the URL and I put it into this website, and I actually will be able to download the actual file, and then I have a folder for all my audio clips that I have, so I just put it right into there. That's if I'm downloading any audio, and then I'll just take it, add it to my import section on my Filmora, and then I just drag it into my timeline, and then like adjust the level to negative 14.41. I'm pretty sure that's what I do, just so it's like in the background but you can still hear me talking. So yeah. Is done and I have all the music, I tend to do overlays afterwards. So overlays, you can download these on YouTube as well, or you can find them on like Google Images. All you have to do is search like blank overlays, transparent PNG, things like that, to be able to find these overlays and really cool effects that I like to do. I also use the effects that come inside my Filmora, which is like my little bars effect or things like that. But you can also do it off of YouTube if you search like, for example, the camera fuzz effect. Download that, go on to video converter, and I just download that and save that into my overlays folder. And I go ahead and do the same thing, import that in, put it on my timeline, and then it will have that overlay effect. And if it's a green screen, I just use the green screen button on my Filmora to go ahead and take the green away, so I can just have that overlay background on top of my video. Once my overlays are done, sometimes I like to go ahead and do a color correction, so I will kind of play around depending on the lighting for that certain video. I like to do the orange and teal little combination, so I like to do that. It's kind of like basically a filter for your YouTube videos. So yeah. But I basically just color correct, do any bit of that I need to get done, and this helps really make sure it looks more natural rather than me looking bright orange and everything else is like white and I'm like an Oompa Loompa. So yeah, we don't want that. So after that, I basically run through my video a few times, make sure everything is set how it needs to be, and then I export it, save it, and get it uploaded to YouTube. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, any video suggestions that you want me to do, or anything like that, and I would be happy to do that for you guys. I hope this helped you out, was able to give you some little tips and pointers on how I edit and how I film my videos, because I know it's a kind of burning, dire question that a lot of people have. So yeah, anyways, thank you, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!